A very good morning, dear friends. I'm Kashishram Jetwani from BWalk IRM and IT. Currently, in my final year, I'm the General Secretary of the Student Council representing the undergraduate students. I immensely value the opportunities that I've got to be a part of the first ever Student Council at St. Francis College for Women. For the past 2 years, while in college, I've been active in all the major competitions and events that took place in the campus. The reason I want to share this with you is do not miss out any opportunity that come to you in your way. No better time than the 3 years to discover yourself, your strength and weakness. The session 3 of the student induction program is going to give you a peek into the host of the extracurricular activities, rightly termed beyond academics. Do not miss the measurable words of one of our own professors who will open up the grounds of reality. So sit back and enjoy watching.
Dear students, I, Alina Jyoti, Head Department of Chemistry, would like to introduce Dr. Rita Kakkar, the speaker of today. She has worked in our college for 31 years and retired from active service in February 2011. She held the last position as Dean of Sciences, Associate Professor and Head Department of Chemistry. Seeing is believing drove her to become passionate with experimentation. One of the pioneers in establishing Access Lab and starting Spectrum Club in our college. After retirement, she worked as a principal investigator on a UGC-sponsored major research project on nanocomposites. She has published many papers in scientific journals of repute. A competent professional with rich experience in teaching and student management, she is a keen planner, implementer with a track record of organizing highly successful events like seminars, workshops, social outreach programs, field trips, etc. She is an invited speaker for many staff seminars and guest lectures. She has received the Best Teacher Award at our college and also is honored by Lions Club on Teachers' Day. In recognition to her meritorious services and outstanding performance, she has received Shiksha Ratan Puraskar by India International Friendship Society at New Delhi. At present, she is actively contributing to her business organization as managing partner. She is a gold medalist from Miranda House and she has received PhD from Delhi University. Now, Rita Kakkar ma'am will deliver her talk on coping with transition. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning, dear students. Hey, silence? No response to my greetings? I'm not used to it. This virtual meeting rather than face-to-face interaction between us in itself is the underlying message for today's topic, coping with change in our lives. I would have loved to interact with you all in person in the college auditorium, looking at your young, beautiful, vibrant, enthusiastic faces. But here I am, staring into an expressionless screen. Yet, today, it is the only safe means of moving forward in life. Thank goodness we kept pace with technology. It makes me feel proud to see how rapidly my colleagues in college and you, dear students, are adopting to this new teaching, learning methodology. Accepting change. As they say, change is the only thing which is permanent in our lives. It is very important for all of us to adopt to ever-changing scenario around us. One small little virus has forced us to change the way we live and think today. We took life for granted. None of us ever realized that stepping out of house, going for a walk or grocery shopping could be a luxury. Meeting someone over a cup of coffee can be so joyful we never thought till We were deprived by the enforcement of lockdown. We have been forced to think and act very differently today. More than anything, COVID-19 has taught us to value small things in life, like to be able to give a warm hug to a loved one. When a dear one was having health issues, we were forced to isolate them, treat them as untouchables. Many could not even see their loved ones for the one last time in the life. How we accepted to do away with all our rituals and ceremonies, not able to reach out to a loved one in need. We stayed indoors. We actually became selfish in many ways. The meaning of statement, a friend in need is a friend indeed, was totally lost. The message was very clear. Change your priorities. Don't let more lives be lost. Every life matters. Stop the chain of suffering from multiplying. Very quickly, we changed the way we celebrate our festivals. The grandparent tourism to foreign countries vanished. The young girls learned to handle their newborns because the dependable grandmother could not travel to be with her. Even the super seniors adopted to Zoom and video calling. People are having regular prayer meetings on Zoom. Imagine how we would have lived if virus had struck us pre-IT boom. We now recognize our blessings of having access to internet, software, e-gadgets, online ordering and payment gateways, etc. Taking right decisions at right time and owning up the consequences is very important for you, dear students. You have completed one phase of your student life and entered the phase of higher learning, and this could be a big change in your life. You have already made your choices regarding the courses and the subjects which you wish to pursue at college, and hope that you have made the right choice. First of all, please reflect and check, are you here by choice? If yes, great. If not, please accept your decision and give your best to the chosen path. Or else, reflect and undo a wrong decision, but on time. I did not want to join this course or that one. I did not want to come to this college or that college. I did not want to do engineering or I wanted to do, but my parents, my friends forced me to do this. This only reminds me of the funny movie Three Idiots. It is okay to make a mistake, but take the right decision after that. Please do not blame others because you were lazy or you did not make a decision at the right time. In early years of life, parents, teachers, mentors, elders in the family generally make all our life decisions. As we grow, we not only make our own decisions but also have to take the responsibility of consequences of our actions. This is a big transition in life. You are an adult and old enough to decide what is right or wrong for you. You know what you want to do or become in life. You have to remain focused to navigate your life plans and not get lost in the newfound sense of independence. This transition has a special place in your life. Change and transition in your life. There is a need for positive strategies for coping up with this change. Life by choice, not by chance. I repeat again, life by choice, not by chance. In any situation, things are done twice, first in the mind and then actually executed. If you have not thought about achieving something, there is very little chance that you will actually receive it. Suppose you want a very stylish dress for your birthday. Firstly, the thought has to come to you. You need to visualize the dress. Then look and ask for it. Only then you can actually receive it. Also, thinking about a situation and weighing its pros and cons, planning its actual execution is a far more effective way of functioning, because time or effort taken by mind is very less. Isn't that the role of a machine? Your brain is one such machine. And just like other sophisticated gadgets, we don't make full use of it. So, we need to think, organize our next day on daily basis, including shifting our priorities if the need be. The current scenario has forced us to think differently. The priority became value life, stay safe, stay alive. Our greetings have also changed. We say, remain positive, but test negative. Stay flexible. There can be many ways of doing a thing. Somebody wants money, let's say. There are many ways to get it. Beg, borrow, steal, rob a bank, or work hard for it. All these methods, whether right or wrong, are being used in life by different people. You need to know what is acceptable to you or what is right for you. You will choose the means accordingly. So many of us think only my viewpoint or method is right, and we are unable to accept an opinion different than ours. In a meeting, someone has a habit of playing with a pencil or shaking a leg, and it irritates you. You try to tell the person to change. You do that once, twice, 3 times, maybe 4 times, but the person does not feel the need to change. What do? Lose your cool and get distracted and spoil your entire session? Or just learn to ignore and not to lose your composure? We need to accept people as they are. Others need not be the way we want them to be. The more adaptable and flexible we are, the better equipped we are to deal with life. Compete with yourself. Competition is very important in life, but please compete with yourself. Unhealthy competition is not right. Compete with what you were yesterday. Improve your own self to become a better person than what you were yesterday. I wonder how many of you know how a marathon is timed. Every runner has a timer attached to himself. His timer or her timer begins when the person steps on the starting point of the race, and his or her timer switches off when the timer, he or she, steps on the ending point of the race. So therefore, each one only talks, I have to improve my race timing. And that's precisely what all of us should do in life. By and large, every student wants to score very high in a competitive exam. It is true for all of us in life. There's a small story of a race. There was a morning walker on his walk. Another walker at the back or behind him decided to race him, decided to overtake him. He ran faster and faster and faster and managed to overtake him. He did win the self-imposed race, but I wonder, did he enjoy something in it? He may have missed the beauty of scenery around. He may have walked longer than what he had planned to do. He may have probably lost the turning to his house, reached home late, maybe delayed for work or late to drop his children to the school bus. Material things versus happiness. This is true for many of us adults at home. Parents start working hard and harder in their desire to provide more and more material things to their family. A house, a car, good clothes, good education for their children, latest gadgets, and then updating to the latest gadgets of the same model. And we go on and on and on. We think these things will make us happy. No, they will only make us comfortable. Happiness is not bought. It is within us. It is an attitude. Each one of us has to preserve our happiness. At the same time, we also need to remember we cannot go to a showroom and say, I have lots of happiness and give me a new car. You will not get jewelry or car without paying money. So both are important and a right balance is needed in life. One cannot replace the other. So let us make a habit to pause and check ourselves, to remain on a chosen path in life.
Does more money equal more happiness? The short answer, yes. Having money gives you the freedom to live comfortably. You can eat what you want, live where you want, have what you desire, go wherever, and spend time doing what you want to do without compromise. However, the relationship between money and happiness is not quite as simple as we've historically assumed. Research shows that money can drastically improve happiness for those who can't afford the basics, shelter and food. But once basic survival needs are fulfilled, money has less and less of an impact on happiness. A person who makes $50,000 per year is far more happy than someone who makes $5,000, but someone who makes $50 million per year isn't much more happy than the person that makes $50,000. Psychologists have discovered that there are essentially two types of happiness, extrinsic and intrinsic. Extrinsic focuses on money and material wealth, image and status. Happiness derived from these external sources result in a short-lived dopamine spurt and a never-ending state of wanting more. Intrinsic happiness, on the other hand, is derived from following a passion, personal growth, making the world a better place, or loving relationships with family and friends. Intrinsic happiness generates a long-lasting joy from within and is a feeling that money simply cannot buy.
I'd like to share with you 5 important lessons I have learned through the ups and downs of my journey. The first lesson is to believe in miracles. Miracles are good things that are unlikely to happen. The chance was 1 in a million that I would be born immune deficient, and I was. But then a miracle occurred where there was only 30% chance that I would survive the bone marrow transplant, and I did. But then there was less than 10% chance that I would develop lung issues post the transplant, and I did. And now there's only a 40% chance that my lungs can be cured, and I believe that they can be because I believe in miracles. The second lesson I learned was you should always live in the moment. This is a picture of me about 6 months ago. You can see that I had an oxygen tube in my nose. Despite it all, I had a huge smile on my face, all because I'm holding my new puppy, Rolo. Each moment I spent cuddling with him, I'd be bursting with joy. And all the pain and the sadness that seemed so overpowering in that one moment just seemed to melt away. If you look at your whole life ahead of you, you will find endless problems that you'll eventually have to face. But if you start to look at life day by day, hour by hour, or even moment by moment, you will find that your happiness will just begin to multiply. When I was just stuck in bed, unable to move, or even go to school, I thought hard about the things that I was able to do. I could sit, and I could put a smile on my face. I wanted to model. I wanted to see what it was all about, to have my picture somewhere out there. You can see on this picture, I'm all dressed up, ready for a photo shoot, even though I'm sitting on that wheelchair and inhaling oxygen. As I sat there and I posed for the camera, it made me forget about all the things that I was incapable of. It was a fun thing for me to do, and it was great to see what goes on in a photo shoot. What I've learned is that you should do what you can instead of feeling bad about the things that you're unable to do. The third lesson I've learned is that in every difficulty, one can always find an opportunity. For the past few years, I haven't been able to attend school regularly like the rest of my friends. And this year, I'm taking math and art as subjects, leaving me with a lot of free time. But in this difficult time, I've managed to find the opportunity to pursue my passion for art. In fact, I found that I've sketched and painted more during my illness as compared to the time when I was well. On this slide are two pieces that I've done recently. It's a portrait of a baby done with dry pastels. It's actually from a photo I took myself at a family gathering. On the right is a piece I've done for the album art for the music that my brother has composed, and his song is called Drowsy Elephants. The fourth lesson I learned was never forget to dream. This is a picture of me in my wheelchair, back when I couldn't even walk 2 steps. Each night, I would dream. I would visualize what may seem like the smallest of things. I'd imagine myself walking around the market in London with my friend. I'd dream of dancing endlessly at my cousin's wedding. I'd visualize things down to every little detail. The color of my outfit, which song I danced to, the setting of the stage, and my family celebrating. I dreamt of running around the garden with my 2 dogs. I wished that I'd get out of that wheelchair and actually walk to my bathroom. I'd play a movie in my mind of all the things that seemed completely impossible in that one moment. And guess what? I did walk around the market in London with my friend, and I did dance at my cousin's wedding, and I did get out of that wheelchair. And now I get to stand here and talk to you. The power of the mind is limitless. Remember that all things happen twice, once in your mind and once in reality.
Power of mind. Every one of us must have a dream, and sky is the limit for you, because you have not yet known your capabilities and capacities. When you see a friend excelling at something, without trying your best, do not ever say, "I can't do this." Keep the spirit of, "I can also do it." Give it a shot at least. Try new things on regular basis. In fact, it should be a habit to do something new every now and then, and you will be surprised at your own capacities. I, at my age, have the privilege of saying I should not attempt an adventure now, but at the same time, I cannot stop learning. I have not retired from life yet. Prioritizing your life. It is important to keep some kind of routine. Keep your day filled with various kind of activities. You might have heard of pebbles in a jar story. Take an empty jar, this jar of life. Try and put some big rocks in it. 1, 2, 3, few, and you will say, my jar is full. Then pick up some small pebbles, go putting them, and you'll find so many of them can fit in. This is like saying, oh, I'm only studying, I have no time for anything else. No, these small pebbles are showing that along with your college life, along with your relations at home, you can have some other things like hobby, like fitness, games, sports, other activities. They can easily fit into jar of your life like the small pebbles. Now, is your jar full? No. Take some sand and go on putting sand. Oh my God, so much of sand can fill in your jar. Now this is like talking on the phone, chatting, texting, entertainment and whatever you do. Haven't you been able to pack so many things in this jar? Yes, and every time you thought you have no time for other things, like the jar you thought was full. So dear students, pack up as much you can in your life. Allot the time and priority to these activities and also keep shifting these activities. I have exams, so maybe some days I will skip on other things. I will only concentrate more on the bigger stones in my life. If you fill the jar of your life with sand first, well, you will not be able to add anything more in your jar of life. Your jar of life will be filled only with very insignificant things like texting, gossiping, and no place for any major important activities of your life like concentrating on your academics or health or family. Emotionally independent. Well, the word sounds very new. Importance of physical and emotional well-being cannot be undermined at any age in our life. Have you heard people often say, I want to be financially independent? We also do not want to be bedridden so that we do not have to be physically dependent on anybody. Strange. We never talk of emotional independence, which is the most important. Outside forces should not affect my emotions. My emotions and mental stability should be only in my control. I should be stable like a rock and not get blown away like a feather by the winds of disturbance. Today, it is important to stop and check what my mind is thinking. It is the waste, fearful, and negative thoughts which cause stress in our life. You can achieve much more in a day if you do not allow yourself to be stressed. Mostly we keep fretting and worrying. Oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, there's so much work, I have to give my project, I have to give my assignment, I have work at home. Please start doing instead of fretting, instead of counting, and to your surprise, all gets done before you even realize it. action but no reaction. Yes, action but no reaction. Yet, reflection. Act and not react is a very useful mantra in life. What has already happened is over. It is over the next minute. Imagine something went wrong. For example, say a junior or a maid in the house broke something very precious to me. It is over. It's broken and finished. It's gone. It is damaged. It has already caused some damage and I cannot undo it. What do we generally do? Start getting angry, shouting, abusing, harm the person. This is called reacting to the situation. I repeat, this is called reacting to the situation. I will not be able to recover what I lost, but will only cause more harm. What should I actually do? Just try to move on and find ways what I have to do next. Someone I deputed to do an online bank transfer and it went to the wrong account. No amount of shouting will put back the money. I need to remain calm and think. What action needs to be taken here? I must act and resolve the situation first. It is important later to reflect on the situation, what caused it, how to prevent it from happening again, even a timely briefing of a worker so that such accidents can be avoided in future. This is called action on situation. It is for me to plan my standard operating procedures, brief the people so that they do not make such mistakes. Today, the biggest challenge for you is the new method of teaching, learning forced on us. Carve an advantage out of the situation. Learn to do self-study or source your information. Think differently. Dependence on a teacher and classroom has to go down. There is a vast amount of information available online, but be careful with the authenticity of material that you gather. Accepting people as they are. Good or bad things happen to us because we choose to allow them to happen. I repeat, good or bad things happen to us because of the choices that we make. Someone close to me, say a boss, superior, a friend, or a family member is abusive and offensive, and I don't like it. What are my choices? Not to put up and walk out, or if I have no choice to walk out, try to change the person, talk it out, which may not always happen. Then I have to accept that person with all his or her faults. Find ways to do it gracefully. Sulking, grumbling is no solution. Stand upright and tall.
There is a concept called sledging in cricket, where the opponent team comes and gives gali to the batsman. Gali, they try to distract them and take their focus away. One thing that Sachin is adored for in the history of cricket is sledging hasn't bothered him. This man is cool. Are you cool? When people do sledging against you in the game of life, are you cool? Or you lose your cool? There will always be people who are out of control. Can you stop a guy from criticizing you? Can you stop an opponent team from sledging? Kuch nahi kar sakte. It's called things which are out of our control. People are out of our control sometimes. Are situations in your control many times? No. The guy who was batting was expecting an in-swing ball. And that's what the bowler bowled. And one gush of wind, an in-swing becomes an outswing. And is caught out. Lot of things, situations, people are just out of our control. How many of you think question paper is in your control? And when things go wild, I'll tell you what happens with us. This is what happens with us. You know? This is what happens with us, see? See how it foams up? We react. The stimulus of a person sledging against us, criticizing, pulling us down, envious of us, conspiring, politicking, makes us react and foam out. We start reacting also. And look at this. This is also sealed. The question is, do you want to be a 7-Up can or a Oxycool bottle of water? And I'm sure a lot of us would say, Prabhuji, हमको तो दूसरा कुछ सोचता ही नहीं है प्रभुजी. And thus, in our life, we will always have a stimulus. And we can choose to respond because between the stimulus and response is our choice.
People always do not behave as per our expectations. All of us come across situations where things go on as per our liking, expectations and plans. But not always the things, environment, people behave as per our expectations. What do we do then? Lose our cool? Start throwing tantrums? Who's there to tolerate? Maybe the parents. Let me narrate an episode. Once in a chemistry lab, 2 girls had an argument, and for some reason, one of the girls fainted. Entire batch of 30 students, the teachers, ran around, did every possible thing for the girl who fainted, brought food, brought medicine, put her at ease, and even went to the extent of dropping her home. Next day, when I enter the college and I see a parent walking towards me, I thought maybe the mother has come to say thanks to me for the care we took for her daughter. On the contrary, the mother was so upset that how could somebody talk rudely to my daughter and my daughter fainted. My answer to her was, Madam, you have gone wrong. You have not prepared your daughter for life. It is your duty to prepare your daughter to face the world. College cannot distinguish between students. Every child is a princess to her parents. So, students, do not lose your stability of peace of mind or be disturbed by the way others behave with you. When you walk on a thorny path of life, nobody will lay red carpets for you. It is for you to wear the right shoes to protect your feet. College days, the golden period of your life. The college has lots to offer you. It's an ocean. Each one of you will gather what you want from it. Some will gather a pearl, others will gather a stone, yet some others might come out with only wet hands. Please make the best of your days at college. Grow yourself as a person. Add value to life. Make lots of friends. Do every possible thing you want to. Remember, this is the only phase of your life when you are working only for your own self. Most of us seniors or parents at home are busy doing so many other activities, and majority of you are yet being supported by the parents, and you have practically no major responsibility. College provides you opportunity to also give back to society. Use every possible resource and facility at college to come back or to come out as a rock star. So dear students, stay safe, stay blessed and happy, spread cheer and joy, have a great future in life ahead. Thank you and good day.
Hi, my name is Sejal Wagre and I am the Sports Secretary of St. Francis College for Women. As the words swirl around, dreams get you started, discipline keeps you going. The focus of the college being all-round development of students, the college endeavors to channelize youthful energy and potential to instill in them the spirit of community service through their involvement in sports, NSS, NCC. The students have to opt for any of these activities and put in a minimum of 60 hours of work to be eligible for the award of degree. Such participation is awarded 1 credit at the end of the undergraduate program. Sports. The Department of Sports at St. Francis College offers a number of sports activities to help students become physically fit, develop leadership qualities and encourage the spirit of sportsmanship. The college has excellent infrastructural facilities for both indoor and outdoor activities. The college appoints coaches on a part-time basis to coach and conduct sports certificate courses in basketball, baseball, softball, handball, volleyball, throwball, tennis, table tennis, caroms, chess, shuttle, badminton, yoga, cross-country, taekwondo, karate. NCC, National Cadet Corps. NCC aims at development of leadership qualities, strong character and spirit of service and creation of a disciplined force that could be of use in national emergencies. Training is provided with a view to developing officer-like qualities in the cadets, enabling them to obtain commissions in the armed forces. The total strength of NCC squad in our college, comprising 3 wings, which is Army, Navy and Air Force, is 100. To develop the spirit of adventure among the cadets, various adventure activities such as trekking, parasailing, mountaineering, etc. are offered. International youth exchange programs, national and local camps are conducted. Every year, individual cadets have won laurels for themselves and the college. Some of our cadets and staff have represented our state at the Republic Day parade in Delhi and have won many awards. They have also participated in the integration camp at Port Blair and the International Youth Exchange programs. NSS, National Social Service. The college has the unique distinction of being the recipient of 4 national awards by the government for NSS in the very year of the inception of the awards. The college attempts to instill in the students the spirit of community service by involving them in extension activities organized by the NSS units. There are 4 units of NSS. The program officers, in collaboration with the NSS unit of Osmania University, organizes various activities.
The student clubs in colleges help students pursue their old interests and discover new ones. Students usually worry that participating in various extracurricular activities will distract them from academics, but involving in such activities will develop skills like leadership, discipline, management and teamwork. I, K. Vaishnavi, the Cultural Secretary of St. Francis, would like to present to you the various student clubs of our college. Expressions is the club of Department of Humanities and Social Sciences. This has many sub-clubs under it. Political science is the study of the society. Rhetoric, the political science club, creates awareness among the students regarding the various political scenarios of present day. Good administration leads to the success of any organization. Chanakya, the public administration club, strives towards making the students good administrators. Knowing our history is as important as planning for the future. Quest R, the history club, organizes seminars and stage plays to mark important events that happened in the past. Field trips and heritage walks are also organized. Economics exists everywhere in daily lives. FIRE, or the Forum for Innovation and Research in Economics, conducts events which promotes interest in the subject among students. Proper communication is what makes us human beings. Communis, the mass communication club, hosts activities to develop this skill among the students. Just as the 7 colors come together to form white light, the Department of Physical and Life Sciences have come together to form the Spectrum Club. The aim of this club is to provide students with a platform to showcase their scientific prowess through practical methods. This club conducts an annual social outreach program, GLEE, a science exhibition in which students from various government schools visit our college to get an exposure to science laboratories. Without trade, there is no society. Commerce Organization for Emerging Entrepreneurs, or the Coffee Club, strives to inculcate in students organizational, managerial and leadership skills to make them good entrepreneurs. Arthashastra is the annual intercollegiate fest hosted by this club. Good management is the art of making problems interesting. The Department of Management Studies founded their student club, Arista, which aims at inculcating and enhancing managerial skills and leadership skills in students. A one-day annual fest, Crescentia, is conducted by this club. A student without skills is like a pizza base without any toppings. Walk Talent is the club of the Department of Vocational Studies. The club hosts an annual intercollegiate fest, Rec Roy, along with many interdepartmental activities throughout the year. FACE Club, or the Franciscan Association for Christian Endeavors, is a club that actively participates in organizing Natale, the Christmas celebrations of the college. La Fiesta, initiated by the Department of English, organizes literary events to bring out the talent in students. In the world where people are forgetting their roots, Harivallu, the Telugu Literary Club, promotes the rich heritage and culture of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. There is no life without Mother Nature. Prakriti Club, the college's nature club, is registered with the Worldwide Fund for Nature. You can travel the whole world without moving an inch by just reading books. Shastra, the library club, conducts various events for staff and students to maintain the spirit of reading. SciCon is an active club dedicated to enhancing the experience and appreciation of psychology among students. Smile enhances the beauty of the face. The Smile Club, or the Social Management Initiative for Life Enrichment, tries to create awareness among students regarding the social issues in the country and tries to save the students from falling prey to such issues, thus retaining their smile. The St. Francis Choir is a platform for young talented singers that works on a wide range of songs of different genres. The choir sings for all college events and also represents the college in many intercollegiate events. All these clubs host various activities throughout the year and help in bringing out the latent talents of the students. Thank you.